What's up, people? Hope everyone's blessed. A little bit of a late one, so appreciate you all. Probably all wouldn't have received the notifications, but we thought, why not a quick special show to discuss the early FA Cup game. But before we even get into that, Jalil, man, how you doing?
Better days, I mean, better weekends than that. I mean, we ain't really lost for a while, so it's quite a disappointing one, to be fair. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, yeah, like you said, we Arsenal had for a little while, so I think the reaction from the fans is quite understandable in terms of But I mean, let's get into it. We got a man Rash couldn't join us for this one, but he's going to be with us tomorrow for our usual main Sunday show. It's going to be a little bit later tomorrow because Liverpool and United are playing. I think they kick off at 5, so tomorrow's show might be a 7:00 one. Look out for it tonight. But yeah, he's saying what a poor display today. We're about to get into that, Rash, man. Hope you're well. So yeah, Southampton 1, Arsenal 0. Very questionable team selection from Arteta. I think many people viewed this as our best hope of getting a trophy this season, and many people see that Arteta basically threw this away, picking. Noel Muslim-Throw in the squad. Alba was meant to be in the squad, but then he had to pull out for personal reasons. Who else? Saka on the bench, Partey on the bench. Tierney not in the squad. So, yeah, he clearly showed that the FA Cup was not his priority. So, I guess, let me come to you straight away then, Jalil, man. Like, what did you make of the whole thing in terms of the game itself before we touch on, like, Arteta and some of the players who underperformed?
Yeah, so when you look at the lineup at the beginning, you kind of look at it and think, okay, fair enough. We could get something out of this game, if I'm honest. We could get something out of this game. But it's kind of understandable sometimes where you put your priorities in regards to the FA Cup, and then you've got, the Prem and other cup games and everything. And you go into today thinking, even though the Prem is more of a priority, Arteta still will take this a bit more serious, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having said that, there was nothing today. There was nothing at all. There was nothing to show. We didn't look like scoring at all. Southampton had our numbers. They weren't even doing the low block, which we struggle against as a team. We struggle to break down teams. But when you look at this, the way Southampton played, they just kept pressing. Like they did what we was meant to do today.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
All in all, for me, it was a poor game, poor display, and it's really upsetting because as a fan, you kind of want to be in all competitions. You want to see your team in all competitions, especially the FA Cup. Normally, we have a poor season, and at least we get through to the FA Cup final and win it. Do you know what I mean? That's in my opinion, that's a positive to take away from a shit season, which is what we're having now. Having said that, poor display, and I know we're going to get into the players. I don't really want to speak about any of the players right now, but we'll get into it later.
Yeah. No, definitely. Bro, it's madness. I think we got our man Relentless. Big up to you, bro, man. Hope you're well, Relentless, man. He's saying, bro, I'm done out here, bro. We feel the same way, It's peak, like Jalil said, the FA Cup has kind of been Arsenal's escape the last decade. It's been the thing we can look back and say, you know what? Even when we had a crap season, we won the FA Cup. Type of thing, but now this season we don't even have that to fall back on, so it's looking real peak. I mean, we're going to get into the player ratings. We don't usually do player ratings, so we don't get the time, but given this is just focusing on this game, we will do player ratings, which will be interesting, I'm sure, to see what me and Jalil think of the game. Feel free to throw in your own thoughts on the player ratings too when we get to it, but I guess before we get to player ratings on the game, Arteta, the decision to drop out a number of key players who are doing well, like how much blame do you put on, if you had to put a percentage blame, how much blame would you put on Arteta for today's loss?
I can't put everything on him just because of two things. the players and the run of games we've got coming on along at the moment. So the reason why I say the players is because the players didn't really show fight. And it's been, do you know what it is? Do you know some games you see a different aspect of certain players? Like Saka, you see a different game from him. Smith Rowe, you see a different game from him. Even players who haven't really been performing but come out with something at the bag, like Alba did against Newcastle. He just, ran with it and then scored with left peg, banged it in. With players like, I'm not going to get onto them, but I'm just going to get onto them now. With players like Willian and Pepe, it's the same shit every week. With the same people with El Nene and Xhaka playing in the midfield, it's the same shit every week. Bellerin, it's the same. Do you know, I can talk about everyone. I know we're going to get onto it, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. So when it comes to percentage-wise, the percentage-wise should be 50-50. It should be 50. Okay. It should be Arteta and the players as well. Just because of the run of games. And let's say, for example, with Smith Rowe was to play today, and Partey was to start, and a few other players, for example, we might be betting them out between because the Southampton game is on Tuesday, and then on Tuesday, and then straight away we've got United on the Saturday. So I can understand deep down in my head why he rested certain players and he didn't bring players like Tierney along to Southampton. It makes sense, but again, it's got to be 50-50.
Yeah. Now, I think that's fair to put a 50-50 blame, because at the same time, some of the players who didn't play, if they don't play today, when are they going to play? When are they going to be given a chance? I guess the issues may be more of, I think a lot of people are done with Willian, so they don't even want to see him get given another chance, which I understand. I think people wanted Pepe to get a chance. He didn't really take it, but again, you look at who he played with. Martinelli, I thought it was strange that he was the first one taken off. I thought that was a strange decision from Arteta. I thought Nene had a very poor game as well, and obviously Nketiah did too. But to be fair, I also think defensively we didn't give away too many chances, but I feel like Che Adams and Danny Ings caused Holding and Gabriel a lot of problems. I mean, we got Rash here saying, when you see today's team selection, it's moves like this that makes you question Arteta. Yeah, hard to argue with that. Ed saying, congrats on the 100 sub, lads. Kidding it. Appreciate it. Would be nothing without everyone who subscribed. So much love to everyone. And if you're watching, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're new, subscribe. Relentless saying, I got no comeback for Ed today. Yeah, man, it's peak. Ed can troll his way through today. Like, no comeback. But hey, I know Relentless. I know you're not going to give it up, man. So, Relentless is also saying, Arteta the F out. Boy. I can't even, you know what? I can understand it, I can understand it. I can't even blame Relentless because it's mad. It's mad. Still, it's mad what's going on. And Ed saying, Arteta for 3 to 5 years, please. I think that's an indirect shot at you, Jalil. It's mad. We can never take that down as well. Hey, Arteta in 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, what would be your message be to, because I have seen a few Arsenal fans saying, like, no, Arteta has to bounce when he's mocking the FA Cup like this. Because people are saying the FA Cup is the only reason why he's still here. The FA Cup win from last year. So they're saying, how can you then mock it this season? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard one for me because if there's anyone been backing Arteta, Mikel, it's been me. Do you know what I mean? So, got to swallow a sour pill here.
Yeah.
I'm not yet Arteta out.
Yeah.
But no one's perfect. He's going to make mistakes. I'll say this to you though.
Yeah.
We've had a shit run of games, right? And then we had a good run of games. But we should never forget that there are still cracks. We're paper over the cracks with the certain people playing good. But the people playing good, realistically, have been playing shit all season. So they've only done 20% of positives, but still 8% negatives you're bringing to my team. Yeah. So, having said that, it's a difficult one because I'm still with Arteta. But if it's consistent, if it's the same thing we're gonna see from the beginning of the season where we went on an 8 run, not winning the game.
Oh, that mad run, yeah.
Then he's gonna have to bounce, bro. He's gonna have to bounce, and we've got to be real. But with this, it's a sour pill to swallow. but I'm hoping we can bounce back and we can concentrate on the Prem. So it's got to be full blast in the Prem and that. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's it for me.
yeah. Okay, but then the argument is, okay, what is full blast in the Prem? Like, what is it that you think we are aiming for? What should we be aiming for?
We should be aiming for a good finish in regards to. We have to remember we've lost about in the Prem. I think 8 games, maybe 8 games we've lost in the Prem around that.
8 games, I think. Yeah.
So realistically, top 4 is not a realistic position to go for. It's physically impossible by any means possible. We are looking for Europa, because I can't sit here and say to you, we're gonna win. We could win Europa and we could get us into we could stay in Europe in Champions League. Because I'll be lying. I'll be so positive that I'm coming across fake and false. I can't say that to you. So the best position Mikel can get us to is a Europa position again. It has to be a Europa position. Otherwise, he's failed miserably, and we failed as a club miserably. And I'll also say this, in the summer as well, we can judge him on this in terms of the players he brings in and the players he lets go. Because if he still backs certain players, I mean, Willian, Pepe, Xhaka, I can go on. If he backs those certain players and he keeps them as part of his squad and they're in the plans, after you've seen them for a season, what makes you think they're going to improve next season? Then I'll say he's got to go. So regardless whether we have a good season or not, I'm still going to judge him, not just off the season, but off the players we release and we bring in. And that's how it's got to be.
I mean, but we've started to release some players. Like Ozil's gone, Socrates is gone, Kolasinac is gone. So that cutting out process definitely seems like it's begun.
But do you know what? Do you know the reason why? I found out recently the reason why all those players have gone. Did you know in Arsenal, it's like in school or in work, everyone's got a click.
Yeah.
Everyone that's been going has been clicked with Ozil, right?
Yeah.
Matches, your Papa, your
Mustafi.
Who's the guy? He's in Atletico as well.
Torreira.
They're all in this clique who back Ozil. They've all gone. They're all going, and they have to go. That's where it is. So with them, that was easy for Arteta to get rid of. So I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna big up Arteta for that, because obviously they were causing something in the club that weren't going right, and other players were feeding off that, and it was affecting them on the pitch and off the pitch as well. But I'm talking about the players who are playing week in, week out, who's not part of that clique. You know, Willian, he's kind of got to go. I know we signed him for what, 3 years? I think it is.
3 years, yeah.
He's got to go. We got to sell him and take the losses there. Pepe's got to go as well. And also, other players. I don't want to keep going on about it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Other players, everyone's just got to go. Let's do a massive clean out and get them gone. And just trusting the youngsters in the academy. I'm seeing the under 23s. Bellingham's scored a hat trick yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, I can go on. Even they've got a good left back who can be left back to Tierney. They've got midfielders. Well, let's just trust in the kids if we have to and get rid of these dead wood, man.
Yeah. Nah, you know what? That's well summarized still. Yeah. When I saw Balogun score a hat trick last night, I was just like, this is just adding more pressure on Nketiah today, because you know what people are gonna say as soon as it's done. So yeah, man, I kind of feel for Nketiah right now. Everyone knows I've never really liked him as a player for Arsenal, but it's not his fault he plays. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't pick himself. It's the manager that keeps picking him, so that has to be questioned. What's Rash saying? Rash is saying poor selection, poor performance again from Willian and Pepe. Cedric's delivery weren't there today, but he was playing on the left. And Nketiah just shouldn't have started. Agree with that. Ed's saying, I agree, Willian is so bad. Yeah, he was terrible again today. Rash is saying, yeah, I never want to see Willian on the pitch again. And Relentless saying, Arteta needs to cut quickly, fam. And then Rash saying, Bellerin played the best out of the back line today. I don't know if I agree with that. I think they were all pretty poor, to be honest. I didn't really think Holden had a good game. It was a bit shaky today.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think we need to remember one thing as well. Last week, we were just bigging up a player like Cedric, who performed one of the worst in the back line today. So that was a good point that Rash brought up there. Last week, we were all like, oh, yeah, Cedric, forget Bellerin. But if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to agree with Rash with this. Bellerin was probably the best out of our back four, the most, who went the shakiest. And that's probably because he had the easiest job to do. He had Walcott on his side. And the rest had Adams, Ings. I mean, if you look at everyone, who's more of a threat? He had the easiest job. That's probably why. But yeah, Bellerin didn't make that many mistakes, so I can understand why Rash is saying that, and I agree with him.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense still. But fam, you know what? Let's get into the player ratings for the game. So, what are we saying? Who played in goal? Leno. What are we saying about Leno?
Yeah, it weren't really his fault. Let's be real. Deflection from Gabriel. It was going into his hands before Adam was coming in. Adam was coming in. It was going right into his hands. But unfortunately, it took a deflection. No one's getting. He gets, for me, didn't really do nothing wrong. It's a 6.
Yeah, I agree. I think the 6 is fair. Very fair. He didn't do anything wrong. Had no chance with a goal. Made a couple of decent saves. He played. 6 is fair, I think. Who played? Then right back, Bellerin.
It's a 5.
Okay, 5. Yeah. Average. What are we saying? Are we saying 5 is average or 6 is average?
No. 6 is above average. 6 is just above average for me.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
For me, 4, 5. So 5 is an average, but 4 is a 4 side of the average. So that means you got potential for yourself, but you just didn't perform today, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, 5 for Bellerin. I think that's fair. I'll probably agree with that. 5. Yeah, I just didn't really notice him, and that's not a bad thing defensively, but that is it's a bit worrisome going forward if I didn't notice you. But I think 5 for Bellerin is fair. What are we saying for Holden?
Holden standard 5 for me.
5?
Yeah, Holden standard 5 for me. Having said that, there was a few shaky moments, but there was also a few good moments. So it kind of evened it out. So I can't praise him as much as I can get onto him, if that makes sense. I'm going to go standard 5.
Yeah. Okay, no, that makes sense. I think that's, what would I give Holden? 5. Yeah, I mean, the first half, I thought, maybe he's heading on his way to a 4, but he played better second half. He stepped up a bit. So 5 again is fair. And I'm guessing Gabriel is going to be similar story, especially first game back COVID, or are you going lower?
4.
4? Okay.
Few shaky moments, gave the ball away. I'm not giving him. I know people will probably think I'm giving him 4 because of the own goal. He tried to defend. That's not your typical own goal where you put it into the back of your net. He tried to stop the cross from coming in. That's not his fault. It happens to the best of us. Giving him a 4 because of how shaky he's come into the game. A lot of mistakes. He's normally good at passing. A lot of the balls up to Eddie and Martinelli. Some of them got to him. A lot of them didn't get to him, unfortunately. So, having said that as well, and I'm not trying to blame him because you got to remember he hasn't really played in about a month or so because he was out for COVID, and Pepe Mari was putting him to the bench, because he was so consistent. You can't really take out.
Where's Mari gone? Is he injured or something?
Apparently he's injured, but then apparently there's this thing going about. You got to pay up, so
you got to pay up an extra million. Yeah.
Goes back, and David's in the squad. Everyone's going to think we forgot about Pepe, but Pepe's been having a good game, and now they're going to bring money into it. Money is a funny thing in football, bro. Money's a funny thing in any situation. It makes it so toxic, and it makes everyone think, because that might not be the reason. But as soon as that's announced and that's come out, you're starting to think, Arsenal's such a cheapskate. What the fuck's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's mad. It's mad. But yeah, okay. So Gabriel 4, and then what are you giving Cedric?
Cedric, I was going to go for 3-4. He's the poorest out of the 3, the 4 at the back. I'm going to go 3. I'm going to go 3. Peter's had him in his pocket, mate, on that left side.
Yeah. No.
He had him in his pocket, and
Peter's
is an out-and-out Spurs player. Like, he's a Spurs fan.
You can see it.
Mate, I could go all day. Do you know what I mean? I hate it, but
he enjoyed today's game. You could tell.
Oh, boy, probably
he loved
on their team.
He loved it.
Loved it, mate. Yes, Cedric warrants a 3 based on the crosses he put in the box. I think Rash mentioned it in his messages, his comments a couple of minutes ago. And it was just poor, man. As I kept saying to you before, we bigged him up, the game where he got an assist. But we can't just keep picking up players and forgetting them in the next game. We've got to be realistic as fans. We've got to be real and drill the players. And unfortunately, Cedric didn't do it for me today.
Yeah. Okay. Now 4. Yeah. You said 3 actually.
I said 3, maybe a 4 because it's not. Look, we only lost 1-0, so the defense can't really be blamed compared to the attackers who should have put the ball in and done the business. But yeah, no. Let me go to a 4. Sorry, let me go to a 4 for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 4's fair. I think 4 is fair for Cedric. Okay. Let's get into central midfield. Granit Xhaka.
He wants a 4. He wants a 4 just because it was a better midfielder out of him and Elneny because he was actually trying to make things go forward. Whether it worked or not, the intentions were there. If that makes sense, he was trying. But is he Arsenal standard? No, he's not Arsenal standard, unfortunately. But he gets a 4 from me. But he could have been a bit more positive. I'll say this to you though: if him and Partey started together, or Partey and then they started together, our midfielder will get a higher rating than a 4.
You saw the difference Partey made when he came on.
Oh, big difference.
He helped pin Southampton back. So yeah, but Partey's a different level of player. He's going to make anyone in that midfield we have right now look better than they are. Yeah, you know me, like I hate Xhaka as a player, but even me, you know what? Maybe I would have given him a 5 today just because, like you said, I feel like he was trying to play the ball forward, but it's just like it's not like he was spectacular or anything else. He's just Xhaka. He's just when he's good, he's average.
Yeah,
that's the kind of way I look at him. And when Partey plays next to him, he's a bit better. So yeah. So no, it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. But what are the comments saying? Ed saying Pepe has been a huge letdown. I was gutted we didn't get him. Dodged the bullet. Looks like he did. Rash saying backline all 5 or 4s. Yeah, that's pretty much what we gave them, Rash. So you're on it with us. Partey is too cold. Yeah, one of the best in the Prem. Oh, Diz, big up to you, bro. Hope you're blessed, man. Saying Pepe created 5 chances today and 2 big chances that should have led to assist. Scapegoat. Now, you know what? Pepe is starting to be scapegoated. I'm not going to lie about that. And I think that comes down to his £72 million fee. People are just going to look at that and say, yeah, he's not doing it. He was overpriced. We overpaid for him. He's a flop. Get him out. I get that. But I feel for Pepe because he didn't. If you're going to throw Pepe in after not playing a while, at least play some of the more creative players around him. Don't throw him in with the likes of Nketiah and stuff. But and like you said there, I remember when Ozil used to play and people used to even throw out the stats about Ozil saying he created this number of chances today, and that used to get Ozil by for a lot of the time. So Odiz is bringing the stats here saying Pepe created 5 chances and 2 big chances. On another day, a more clinical man, Pepe has an assist, and no one's blaming Pepe today. So that's the nature of football. So great input there, Odiz, man. Much appreciated. I didn't even realize he created that many chances. It didn't feel like it for sure. Rash saying he lost the ball a few times. Yeah. You know what? He did lose the ball, but I'm not gonna lie. As a winger, I want you need to lose the ball sometimes. You need to be trying things. I think Pepe just pushes that overboard. He loses the ball too many times. That's his issue, and he doesn't play the ball quick enough. Yeah, all this saying if both players took the chances, people will talk about 2 brilliant chances. Also, Arteta sets him up to fail with these terrible play, and that's exactly what I was just saying. So spot on there, all this. Definitely agree with you. And you know what? Perfect timing. And anyone watching, as I said, please make sure to smash that like button. Much appreciated. And if you're new, please subscribe. And please feel free to send in your ratings as we go through player for player. Rash saying there, Elneny was very negative, and that's who we come on to next. Jalil, what are you giving Elneny out of 10?
Yeah, so you changed my ratings from Xhaka to...
No, I kept that 4. I kept that 4.
No, but I kind of want to agree with you just because I'm going to compare midfielders because they're playing exactly the same position. So I'm going to kind of agree with you on that and give Elneny the 4 instead because... Like Rash said there, it was very negative. There wasn't anything positive about his play today. And he doesn't warrant a place in this team, man. I think going into the next game, I think it should, if we're going to stick to a midfield out of the 2, we've got to stick to Xhaka and Partey, not Partey and Nene, unfortunately, even though he had his best performance at United. And I think Mikel is going to go with Partey and Nene. I won't be upset at that because I know Nene is going to make him look good. But who's more of a positive player? Unfortunately, is Xhaka. And Nene needs to look at himself and just think, he needs to bring something a bit more back to his game. Because if you look at the first time we signed him, and I think it was his first season against Barca, he was in the box how many times? I know he scored in that. Do you know what I mean? But he needs to bring that kind of foot back. Unless, and I won't get onto him unless Mikel's telling him to be negative. Then that's where Mikel's failed with his tactics. But for me, and then he gets a 4.
Yeah, okay. I agree with you. And another thing with El Nene today is that El Nene today cost us the goal. He's the one that lost the ball. It pulled up play, but it got swept aside. I don't think the commentators even noticed that it was him that lost the ball. He lost the ball by the corner flag, and then that's how they ended up scoring in the end. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I've always liked El Nene. He gives everything. He just seems like a calm, like humble. But the more and more I see him play regular, the more and more I'm reminded why he should never have been here in the first place. Do you know what I mean? You just see his limitations. And again, his brilliant game this season was against United with Partey. But if we're being honest, has he had another good game since? He hasn't.
Not for me.
He hasn't. And when I agree with you that Xhaka should be starting ahead of him, if that doesn't say, I don't know what else we need to do.
See, and that's
not coming from me.
Yeah, no, that's mad as well. So that says a lot. That says a lot about. That says a lot about Nene then as a player, not as a person, not as a player. If you're gonna big up,
exactly. We will always separate the player and the person. We will never get personal with anything we ever say. On this. But we will, if there's a room to criticize you, we will try to do so as positively, as we can do. But you will be criticized. Yeah, that is true. That's just how it is. Ed saying here, I remember when Olas was saying, I think he's talking about Odiz, was saying Oba was world class. Hey, listen, you saw the other day in our discussion with Pepe. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Listen, a lot of Arsenal fans still think Oba's world class, and right now it's not really fair to talk about Oba because he gets numbers, so it's not fair to talk about him now.
He didn't play today. He didn't play today as well.
So I hope whatever happened to him, it's nothing too serious in terms of the personal reasons. Rash saying agreed. He plays Pepe with dead players. Yeah, 100%. He does. And then I think all this is defending himself. Goals clouding my judgment. Allow me. I'm talking about Aubameyang, but listen. So yeah, El Nene, we've given him a 4. I think he could have even had lower, but hey, we're being a little bit generous today. So let's get on to the front, the attacking trio behind the main man. So who are we going to start with? Let's start with the main man, our summer signing, 200K a week man, Mr. Fresh Afro, Mr. Willian. Jalil, man, what are you saying? Are we giving him an 8 or a 9 out of 10 for that masterclass he just put forward today?
Do you know what it is? I like Willian as a player. He's a good guy. You can tell he's a good guy just the way you look at him. He doesn't look like a prick, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But when he plays, I get so angry. And I get so angry, bro, because the stuff I used to see at Chelsea, and I used to look at him thinking, no, please don't. I don't want to play Chelsea because Willian's going to be playing. Them one. And now I'm thinking, no. I don't want to watch football today because Willian's going to be playing. He does nothing. He contributes nothing to a team like Southampton, who used to bully at Chelsea. He can't even beat a man. Me, I don't know what's going on. He brought nothing to the team. And if you're in an attacking position and you're not creating nothing, bro, I can't give you higher than a 3, bro. So he gets a 3 from me. He offered nothing. He gets a point because he started today. He gets a second point because he started running. And the third point, I'm being generous, bro, because I don't know what else to give it for. But I'm going to give him a 3.
Yeah. I think a 3 is fair. With Willian, I just look at him and it's like, I don't really get it, but it's like, I've played football myself sometimes where I play and I'm like, you know what, I can't be asked. So, so everything you do is half-hearted.
Yeah.
I have no reason why he's doing that. Like, sometimes I see him pointing like, yeah, yo, I want it down the line here. And the person will play it down the line there, but it's one of those down the lines where you have to sprint. And he'll go there half-hearted. Like, he's like, yeah, you know what? If I don't get it, who cares? It's like, he's thinking, I got 200K a week. Somehow I've convinced this club to give me a 3-year contract. And it's hilarious because yesterday Arteta was talking about, oh, we need to make sure we don't get ourselves in an Ozil situation again. We already are, mate. We already are. 200K a week for 3 years. Good luck trying getting Willian out before that. Try and get but we might as well just buy him out at this point.
Well,
no one's gonna pay for him. I don't understand it. And it looks like he's lost a yard of pace overnight. Overnight, it literally looks like he's lost a yard of pace. So we are done out.
What?
We are done out with him. It's peak.
I'd rather cut our losses, bruv, because you got the one thing. How long was he at Chelsea for? Do you think he's got the same love for playing for Chelsea, for playing for Arsenal? I'll tell you one thing. There's no fans, so there's no one to impress other than your teammates. He don't rate Arsenal. He don't rate nothing. He's coming here collecting his fucking retirement fee, mate. And no, that's nothing against him, but as an Arsenal fan, that's not what I want. So he can fuck off, kick rocks, mate. Do you know what I mean?
100%. No, I think a free is fair. And again, there's the case that it could be generous. What are the comments saying? Ed saying, when Pogba was playing with Lingard, Dan James, McTominay, and Lukaku, people weren't saying he was set up to fail. But listen, we all know the agenda against Pogba was real. And excuses were never made for Pogba. Look at Pogba, start this season. He had no preseason. He got COVID. Brought himself back straight from COVID, went straight into the team. Was awful. But no one said anything about the COVID thing. And now you're hearing people saying Trent's been poor this season because he had COVID in September. Yeah, I mean, it's like, nah. So I'm never going to get a Pogba one, but put some respect on Lukaku, though, because right now he's doing it right now at Inter Milan. So put some respect on Lukaku's name, Ed, please. This saying Pepe is still top 3 this season for goal contributions. Hey. But how many of them on the Europa League, bro? Hasn't Willock been banging in the Europa League? Hell, even Nketiah has. And he should be playing for Barnsley. No offense. But, hey, no offense. Rash saying Willian should get a 2. Yeah. We said we would be generous, Rash. So a 2 is probably fair, but
let's give him a 2, man.
Bring him down to a 2.
If Rash was on the show, Rash would have convinced us to put him on a 2. So I think we should have given him
Rash is going to be talking about this tomorrow with us, so I know he's going to be going in still. They're saying, yeah, William has lost all of his pace. Yeah, I don't know how. Overnight, it's hit him. It's madness. Rash is saying he has aged 10 years and 4 months. It's mad, bro. William looks like he couldn't get past one of us right now, and it's mad.
That's mad.
Ed saying, nah, man, Pogba's too good. Definitely better than Vieira. I mean, listen. Jill's great. Listen, we got the Arsenal United special next week. It's going to be mad. It's going to be mad.
Do you know what it is? Even though we've lost today, yeah, Ed control all he wants.
He can, yeah.
He's making me laugh. And then when that makes me laugh, I've got love for. But Ed's my brother anyway. We all know this anyway. But
it's still good, man. This saying Balogun should feel sick watching Nketiah each game. I bet, bro, he should be.
Yeah.
He should. If I was Balogun, I would leave today.
Yep.
I would I'll cancel my contract and leave because Nketiah playing ahead of him is just a disgrace. Rash saying LOL, Ed conversing with himself, troll. And you know what it's about, Rash, man. Something seasoned you, man, for us. It's peak. It's peak. That Arsenal United game is gonna get sticky. Hey, I know Arsenal fans are gonna come with the heat. So it's all good still, but so what we're saying, we gave Willian a 2.
A 2.
So let's get on to Pepe, man. This should be an interesting one. So what we giving Pepe just before you touch on Relentless is back to say Arteta out. I'm Arteta out. Hey, Relentless, man. We feel you, bro. We feel you. It's mad, but hey, I love you putting in your opinion, man. And we're just touching on player ratings, relentless, and we're going through Pepe at the moment. So feel free to drop in what you feel like Pepe should have got today out of 10. But Jalil, man, tell me what you think, Pepe.
Yeah, so Pepe, I'll be honest, in the first half, I didn't even know he was playing. I didn't really know he was playing in the first half. I mean, that for me, just whatever rating I'm about to give you is going to get cut off. But then the second half, there was some positive points, and as Rash put in there, he couldn't really beat a man and stuff, and he was trying to beat players. He did beat a man, but then another man came in. We've got to remember, that players have got players like Pepe's number now. With I'm not trying to compare, but if you look at Salah and Mane, it's not that easy for them anymore, because once you beat one man, there's two men on you. You've got to get to him. So having said that, I'm not going to get onto him, for his dribbles, but I want him to take on more people. Other attackers, he's probably one of the better. He's much better than Willian. He warrants a 3 or 4. I mean, I want to know what everyone else thinks, but he doesn't warrant. He can't warrant a 5. And
everyone, what would you give Pepe out of 10?
That's a good one.
I'm saying 4 or 5. I'm saying 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
I'm saying 4 or 5. Bro, he didn't get given the ball first half.
I didn't see him in the first half. Is that
what I'm saying?
You got to work through it as well, no?
Yeah, 100%. But
do you know what it is, John? Do you know what it is? I'm not the kind of guy. I don't get onto Pepe, because I don't like him being the scapegoat, and there's always a scapegoat. But today, everybody is made a scapegoat from some of our defensive players, not all of them, but from some of our defensive players, all the way up to our strikers, unfortunately. But no one warrants to be average in a game where we lost 1-0, and especially as an attacker, I can't give any attacker over 5, because there was no end product at the end of the day. We need to. If it was 1-1 and we lost in the extra time to 2-1, then you think, some of the attackers actually played well, man. They were actually pushing for it. Or if we, what I mean? Even if we drew 0-0 and we went for penalties and then we lost in penalties, or we won on penalties, you can't really give anything to attackers if there's no results. So for me, it's got to be a 4.
Okay, let's see what people are saying. We got Relentless saying Pepe 4. Can't blame him. He knows Arteta has an agenda against him.
Wow, man, for the agenda.
Okay, but hey, I definitely feel you. Pepe knows he has not got Arteta's backing. He knows that, and we've all played for a manager who, we feel like no matter what we do, we're gonna get dropped the next game. I feel like Pepe is at that state right now. I feel like I missed out some comments. What we're saying, what we got here. We got Otis saying, "Who's on for the Arsenal United special? The big backs I might have to make an appearance." Hey, listen, Otis, if you're on it, we'll get that sorted, and you're gonna be on the Arsenal side to back it with Jalil Rash and the rest of them and them still, because you know Ed well as well, so you can come to roast him. Mr. Mus in the building, big up to you, Mus, bro. Much love. Hopefully you can come. You'll be on tomorrow for when we talk about United against Liverpool in the FA Cup. I know things have been a bit hard for you guys recently, but yeah, man, 1K subs by the end of the year. Hey, that's what. Hey, we pray for that, but it's nothing without the community that we're building. So hey, one small step at a time, always. Ed saying, Relentless, you can't blame Arteta. Oli would get results with your team. I don't know about that.
Whoa.
I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. All this saying 6 for Pepe realistically. 6, that's a bit high.
Wait, John. Is he saying giving Pepe 6 for nothing?
He said it was an okay game, definitely not poor.
Everybody was poor. We lost. No one had a good game. No one even had an okay game other than Leno.
Hey, I think he's coming from the point of view of he didn't get given the ball. And then when he did second half, he did something with it. So how can you give him? Do you know what I mean? I think he's coming out from that. I still think 6 is high, but that's why I said 4 or 5. I understand.
It's got to be a 4. It's got to be a 4. He did. Do you know what? I like Pepe, and as I said, if you asked me this question a couple of weeks ago, who would that be?
Rash is saying 6 as well.
look.
I'm surprised. Rash would be harsher than that still.
Yeah, Rash is normally harsher than that, and I don't know what I'm the harsh one today. But when you asked me the question a couple of weeks ago, Willian or Pepe, if we were to sell one, who would you sell? You asked me that, and I said Willian, and I said I'll keep Pepe, just because he's young, and you can see there's fire there, and if we had a better team around him, he can do the business. But yes, Pepe is an okay player, but today he didn't have an okay game. Let's be real. To me, he had a poor game. Regardless of the stats we're seeing, the chances he created and everything, he still had a poor game because he should have done a lot more. And sometimes you look for that player, and today there was no player other than when Partey came on making the business happen. Do you know what I mean? And even Laka came on today, didn't really affect the game that much at all. Martinelli lost the ball quite a few times. I know we're going to get onto him in a minute, but even he lost the ball a few times. So we can't give Pepe the highest score he can get the highest score out of all the strikers, but he can't. The attackers, but he can't get the high score out of all the team when Leno's getting a 6. Let's be real.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I can't give Pepe more than a 5. So what are we saying, Jado? Are we going to go with 4 or 5? Go with your gut, man. Go with your gut. Ed's saying here, for Arsenal standards, the way Pepe played is a 6.
Let's give him a 5.
Let's give him a 5. Let's give Pepe a 5. So we've given him a 5. Yeah. Relentless here saying Willian is not a footballer, bro. Listen, we gave him a 2. Were we being too generous? Were we being too harsh? I don't know, but right now, you're right, man. He's not looking like a footballer right now. Not an interested one, anyway. For a full peak. And then, yeah, man. So let's get on to Martinelli, man. Golden boy for many Arsenal fans. He's been compared to loads of players. The new CR7, the new R9. The new this, the new that. Like, he was quite poor today. Obviously, first game back after the ankle injury picked up in the warm-up before the FA Cup game, I think, against Newcastle. So, yeah, man, what did you make of him? I thought he was very quiet today, and he went off early, second half as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's a thing we've got to understand about some of our players, and especially Martinelli. Regardless whether he had a poor game today, just because we say he had a poor game doesn't mean he's a poor player. It's just that he had a poor day. And we all play football, and everyone in the comments, I played football with most people here. We all have poor games, and today, unfortunately, Martinelli had a poor game, and it could be lack of playing time. There's some games he should have played. I know last week against Newcastle, everyone's saying they've rather seen Martinelli than Alba on the left, but then Alba scored 2, and Martinelli didn't even feature. He had a few injuries. He's just recently coming back off a massive injury. So, having said that, you can't really blame him for everything. Could he have done better? Probably, with better players in the team. But I can't give him any more than a 4. That's my standard today. That's my standard for Arsenal, is a 4, man. Jalil's being harsh today. No one can not even harsh. He's being real today. No one can even criticize him. He's keeping it real. What are the comments saying? Rash saying Martinelli 6. Ooh, dude. For what? Oh, man.
I don't think 5 or 4. Like, maybe a 5, not a 4. I'm giving him a 5, but 6. Damn. Nah, I can't give him a 6, man.
He had a poor game, though. Let's be real.
Is everyone saying 6 for Martinelli? Or are we just being harsh?
No, but hey,
saying Martinelli played, I thought he was the new Kaka.
Ed is the man.
When did Kaka even come into this?
I don't know.
Have you ever had that? No, it's mad. It's mad. Hey, it's not even an Arsenal fan. We're getting trolled dirty, man. Wait, hold on. Rash is defending himself. What's he saying? He said if we won and Pepe had the same performance, you'd give him a 6.
But we didn't. That's if.
To be fair, we gave him a 5. So if we'd won and he played the way he did, we probably would have given him a 6.
But we didn't win. What are you talking about? John,
huh?
We didn't win.
We didn't win, no, we lost. Yeah.
He said if we won.
Yeah, I know. I know.
There's no point giving him a 6 then. That's if. We've got to say he lost today. He played poor. He's a good player. I just want everyone to know we're not slaughtering them. But everyone has a bad day, and today he had a bad day. We're allowed to give him a 4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we are. We are 100%. No one's bigged up Martinelli more than you.
There you go.
There you go. So 100%. So you're giving him a 4. I'm giving him a 5. Everyone watching, let us know what you think. But no more than 5 for sure. I think for any of everyone excluding Leno, I don't feel like deserves more than a 5. But hey,
Exactly.
so that's the way I kind of see it. And then last but not least, the target man, Mr. Eddie, Mr. Nketiah. I mean, boy, wait, Relentless, are you saying 5 for Martinelli, yeah? I hope you're not saying 5 for Nketiah, bro. I hope you're not saying 5 for Nketiah, because that's definitely not what we're about to give him.
Yeah, for real.
So, yeah, Jalil, man, what are we saying Nketiah, man? What are we giving him?
Yeah, man. I saw nothing today. A few last-minute shots, and that's what I saw from him today. And they weren't even on target, but at least he got to the ball. Again, played 90 minutes. Can't give him more than a 4. He gets a 4, and that means he's meant to do something.
I think that's generous, you know.
Okay, see now
you gave him a 4, and you gave Martinelli a 4. Now think about that again. Can you really give them the same score?
See, now we're talking. We can give them the same score because Martinelli normally is a 6 or above. Okay. But he had a poor game, and so did Eddie. You've got to remember, they both had poor games. So I'll give them a 4. Eddie's got to get a 4 because do you know why he got to get a 4? Because he tried. It's not his fault. You said this at the beginning of the show. It's not his fault he keeps getting picked. And you said you felt sorry for him. You know,
I did, yeah. You shouldn't be playing.
Yeah. So you're saying that you felt sorry for him and he shouldn't be getting picked. But you got to remember one thing. At least he tried. He's trying. He tried to beat a man. He drawed a few fouls. He took a few shots. He played off a few touches of Willian and everyone. You know, he's good at that. You know, tiki-taka touches. But at the end of the day, it's a 4. Eddie can't score if he could go right. Oh shit. Eddie.
Relentless, man. I'm glad you're letting us know what you think about Eddie, man. Hey, that is wild, bro. Man said Eddie can't score even if he had a gal right in front of him. Damn. Man, hey, you see, this is why I feel sorry for Nketiah. Because he should not be playing. I'm giving him a 3, and I'm being generous, but he's just not good enough for Arsenal. It's okay. Not every academy player has to make it through. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. Not everyone's going to be good enough. Let Eddie build his career in the Championship. One day he might come back to the Premier League. It's all right, man. It doesn't work out for everyone. And I feel like Arteta's being stubborn with Eddie now, trying to prove a point, and it's actually killing the kid's confidence. I feel for him, but I can't give him more than a 3. I thought he was shambolic. If I was an experienced player, I would have given him a 1. But because he's a youngster, I'll give him a 3. Because, yeah, he can't do any more than that, and he's still growing. So, Ed's saying, I want the best for Eddie, a young guy from the hood living his footballing dream, but I honestly wonder how he got there. It's mad, you know? It's mad. It's mad. We got K Shaw in the building. Big up, bro. Good to see you here, man. Saying these are Eddie's standard performances. Yeah, they are. He's been given chances. He's been given chances. He just hasn't taken them. You know, Rash saying Eddie needs to go West Brom. I'm not even sure he starts at West Brom. Being then honest, I'm not sure if I'm starting him over who's their striker, Callum Grant. I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting the Callum Grant over Eddie. I'm going to keep it real. There's no way I'm playing Eddie over him. Man said West Brom. Bro, after what you just said about Eddie, bro, you should know that's his level, man. You should know. Come on, Relentless, bro. Come on. What are you giving Eddie, by the way? What are you giving Eddie? I see no one's giving Eddie any comments, so does that mean everyone's giving him a 0?
Nah, surely not 0.
Well, I'm giving him a 3. Jalil's giving him a 4. Yeah, so it's peak. It's peak, man. I feel for Eddie still, but I think end of the season, we need to get whatever money we can, even if it's 10 mil. Let's just get the 10 mil and keep him moving, man. Let him have a career somewhere else still. K-Shaw saying, nah, Colin Grant is a pace and power player. That's all. He is, bro. But what is Eddie? Eddie's not quick.
That's a good question.
He can't hold up the ball. He's a fox in the box. That's all he is, bro. What is he? This is what I want to know. Relentless is back saying he would start his Nan over Eddie.
Trying to make me spit out my drink, fam.
You know, if I said it 2 seconds earlier, you would have spat out your drink. It's mad. Yeah. Rash gave Eddie a 2. Yeah. Relentless is giving him a 0. Oh, actually giving him not applicable. That's even worse.
That's worse.
That's worse still. And then K Shaw saying, nah, Eddie got a little instinct. I'd take that over Colin Grant. Hey, listen, it's about opinions. I guess I understand where you're coming from. I just it's mad. And Rash is saying COVID or Eddie, raw.
Wow. Hey, what?
Just took that to a different level.
Hey, Rash does not rate Eddie.
Yo, that's peak. That's peak, man. Hey, damn, that's peak still. It's peak. But yeah, man. I mean, for the subs, I don't really want to spend too much time on the subs, to be honest. I'm just gonna say Partey probably a 6, Saka maybe a 5 or a 6, and Laka didn't really get involved. Probably gonna give him a 5, to be honest. Maybe a 4, maybe a 5. He didn't get really much time to do anything. And finally, the manager. What are you giving him out of 10?
A 3. Poor.
Okay.
A poor selection. I mean, I said to you at the beginning, I kind of understand why he plays certain players, but there's certain players that are not performing. So with Willian, is he just playing Willian or trying to see if he can get? This is not the game to test if Willian's back to normal or not. This wasn't the game to do it. This is the game we had to win, because you know the Arsenal fans at heart, when we have a shit season, what do we fall back on? The FA Cup.
Yeah.
It's not great. Don't get me wrong. It's not great to have a shit season and be like, oh, at least we won the FA Cup. That's not great, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But that gives us something, you know? It gives us a little something to say, this is our cup. The Emirates Cup is our cup. Playing Willian today was the worst decision he could have done. And also taking off, you know, Martinelli, he had a poor first half and he got taken off quite early into the second half. Now, to me, is that because he wants to play him against Southampton again, or saving for United or something? Or is he saying, oh, out of all the attackers, I think Martinelli was the worst, so I'm gonna bring on who brought on Partey, right? Or
for Martinelli, for Saka.
Yeah. I would have taken off Willian and pushed either push Saka or Martinelli in the middle. Willian should have come off. How did he spend the whole 90 minutes on the pitch? It's mind blowing, bro. It's mind blowing. Tactics are wrong. The only tactics that worked for us really was defense, because even though we had a tough, you know, striking force to go against, and I know it's only Southampton, but Ings and Adams, they've been on their crud this year. They've been on their shit. So, and they were top. I said at one point in the league they were at top at some point around Christmas time.
Yeah.
So they're not a great team, but they've had a good season. Like for some,
a very good season. They have.
This is a good season for them. So realistically, this should have been a game where you're testing out plays to see if it works or not. You should have just done something different. I don't know what it is, because I'm not a manager. But for me, Chief, William ain't it.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I would give Arteta a 3 as well. I think that's fair. He messed the lineup up today. Wasn't proactive enough. People should have been coming off at half time. And how did William stay on the whole 90 minutes? It's mad. Raf, we know you gave Eddie a 2, bro. We actually read that out a little while ago. But yeah, man, you've killed Eddie today still. The last one was a killer, man. Eddie's had some of the worst. He's been getting battered today. Relentless saying Eddie is a Chelsea boy anyway. Man's on an agent thing. It's true. We did get it from Chelsea's academy still.
We did.
And we want to know why they let him go. I don't. I know why they didn't fight for him. That's for sure. So it's mad. So we got Agent Eddie. We got Agent David Luiz. We got Agent Willian. It's mad. We got bare Chelsea agents.
Too many agents, bro. We had Czech as well. Czech was the biggest agent.
We had bare man just coming to do madness at Arsenal still. But listen, that's the game. You know, we got the show tomorrow at 7 to discuss the United-Liverpool game and some of the other key FA Cup games. I think next week's going to be quite a busy week for us. Looks like we're going to have about 3 shows. Hopefully, we'll have one with the Grand Dam from Chelsea on Thursday. Hopefully, Mons Entertainment on Wednesday. Actually, I've missed him. And then we're going to have like a couple of shows to do justice to the fact that it's Arsenal against United. We need to have a preview and a post-game show. We just need fire. We just need banter. It's going to be coming. We're going to have some special people coming on from both sides, Arsenal and United fans. It's going to be mad.
John, one thing, don't do the team thing. You know, when you do the best Arsenal team and United team of the season, let's just leave it as all United because not we know Arsenal players are making it other than Leno and Xhaka.
Xhaka ain't making it. What are you talking about?
Xhaka. No, not Xhaka. Yeah.
Xhaka, thank God.
Yeah. Not Xhaka. You thought I said Xhaka?
I thought you said Xhaka gets into United's team. Yo.
Partey and Leno and Xhaka, that's it.
Yeah. Partey gets into United's team. I'm not sure about Leno, 50-50 with that one, but that's a good debate to be had still. Relentless saying Arteta gets a -100. Hey, Relentless, bro. You are relentless. I ain't going to lie to you, man. I see where the name comes from. Keep it up, bro. Love it. Remember, everyone on right now, please make sure to smash that like button, please, before you leave the stream. We got probably 3 minutes left, so feel free to ask any questions you have about anything, whether it's a player against player debate, whatever it is. Last 3 minutes, throw it out to us. Still, Ed saying, remember I said this. I'll be back tomorrow to discuss how we slapped Liverpool. Hey,
whoa, that's at least a 2-0 or more, you know.
Yeah, that's at least 2-0. Ed, United fans are on fire right now, bro. Ed's saying my mouth is going to be a Mac 10 next week. Hey, Ed's on next week. So, boy, Jalil, Rash, I know they've been prepping. Looks like we're going to getOdiz on as well. So it's looking a bit mad. So, yeah, guys, any questions you have, just send them through now. And Jalil and I will go through them, man. But, boy, what a way to start the weekend, man.
Hurts, bro. It hurts because you want to be in every competition, bro. I want to be in every competition anyway. But I guess the thing is, I know I said it before, but I think the thing is now is we just need to march on now in the league and just that's our priority. We're still in Europa. Oh, I forgot we're still in Europa, but we've got Benfica.
That's tough, man. It's tough, though. What's Relentless saying? Xhaka can't even get into my year 7's team.
Relentless
is on smoke, bro. It's on smoke, but it's mad. But listen, you know what? Yeah, I think one thing of this week is all like Liverpool, their shock loss to Burnley, right?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Ed's saying who's the best under 21 player in the world for Arsenal? I mean, we've only got 2. Well, Smith Rowe, Saka, or Martinelli. It's one of them 3. If you're talking about just for Arsenal.
Does he mean currently or ever?
I don't know if it means ever. I don't think he means ever.
Okay, cool. It's got to be for me. It's got to be up Saka, isn't it? Smith Rowe looks good though. Smith Rowe looks the part. Martinelli. We haven't seen too much from him yet, man. I think we need to see him in a run of games. We've only seen him for like half a season last season.
Yo, by the way, big up boss. He's saying Diallo over Saka. Hey, are you talking about this? You're talking about United's Diallo. Okay,
United's Diallo.
Okay. Hey, well, I'm looking forward to seeing him tomorrow. Still, it does look like a wavy prospect, but I can't put him over Saka yet, bro. Let's put some respect on Saka's name. Still. Put some respect on Saka's name.
Is he good? Is he any good, Diallo?
He looks very good prospect. I won't lie. He does look a very good prospect. And apparently he's tearing it up in training. It looks like we're going to get a glimpse of him tomorrow. Yeah, he's on the squad for tomorrow.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So that tells you what he's been doing in training. He's been doing bits. So it's mad right now. It's mad. Relentless saying Benfica loving life right now. They're getting ready for us. They are, man. They are. They watched that game today. Like, this is gonna be piss easy. Going big piss easy. But yeah, no. I guess it was just I was just gonna throw out one around Liverpool and the fact that they're struggling right now. And I guess it just made me think, like, two of their players, like Salah and Mane, they're struggling right now. So I guess it's more of just a question on anyone on here, because I was having a great debate yesterday, just off privately with Odiz and his brother about Salah and Hazard. So who are you taking, Jada? Who would you take? Prime Hazard or Prime Salah?
Prime Hazard for me.
Yeah. Prime
Hazard. I know people are looking at, if we're looking at the two players right now, Salah's obviously the better player right now. But Hazard, Real Madrid ain't really doing him justice. But we've got to remember, Hazard at Chelsea was unstoppable. You can compare him to a lot of players. No one's touching Hazard, bro. In his prime. Not a lot of players you can bring to his prime. Maybe you can touch on Neymar. You can touch on a few others. But Salah, not for me, Chief. Nah, no way.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm a Hazard man as well. I get the argument for Salah. I mean, in terms of productiveness, he gets numbers.
Yeah.
But in terms of having an X factor, Salah always Hazard will always be clear of Salah in that aspect. But someone did mention that Hazard hasn't turned up in the Champions League, but Salah has, which is fair.
Yeah.
But I feel like Salah played with better teams still. So yeah. So that's always an interesting debate when you bring them two up. Wait, what's Relentless saying? Saying, man doesn't even know who Diallo is. Sounds like he owns an African shop. Wow.
United, do you know what?
Relentless is mad.
United fans are going to get onto you now, like the same way they got to me when I say something like this. I've got something.
Yeah, Relentless. United fans will be coming for you, bro. I feel like you can take it still. Yeah, I feel like you can take it still, but United fans will be so. Hey, I'm looking for you on the live chat next week, Relentless, when it comes to the Arsenal United game. Still, man, I need you to be on there to back it from an Arsenal perspective. Still.
Wait, John.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched wrestling? You used to watch wrestling back in the day.
Yeah, wrestling. Yeah. Of course.
You see Rey Mysterio, yeah.
Yeah.
See how he's in the ring and he's fighting a Big Show for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
What's that fight? And you think never in a million years, because for me, no one smaller than me is getting a better hand than me, right?
Yeah.
And you see Rey Mysterio win it, and the referee raises his hand. You think, how the fuck did that happen? The same way I look at United and look at top of the league, I say, how the fuck are they up there?
Oh no, Jalil, you were doing well as well. You were doing well with United fans, but now
I couldn't help it.
I'm gonna have to clip this now.
I couldn't help it.
And put it as the preview, the warm up for next week. Now
I couldn't help it. You know,
I just compared United to Rey Mysterio. Man said Rey Mysterio.
Oi.
Nah, you know they're coming for you now. Still, it's all mad. Still.
Oh, that was jokes, fam.
Ed saying this guy every show has to have a line.
It's not really about United as well, but I had to throw it out there because I'm back in Relentless. Relentless said something about United, so I thought, fuck it. Why not? Let's have some. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, so Jalil, so tell me, like, United, do you actually feel like they're a good team then?
100%.
Yeah?
100%. But you just look at a few things. United are probably 2 to 3 players from being untouchable. When I mean untouchable, I mean they'll be winning 2-0, 3-0, the lot. Right now, Martial's not the striker for me. But when you see Cavani there, fam, Cavani is a problem. If Cavani had a second striker, that, for example, if Cavani gets injured or Cavani comes off, another striker comes on, you're scared, bro. Any level like that. Same as defense. If Bailly stays fit and they get a better person next to Bailly, because I don't really rate Maguire like that. But if he had a better centre back, issues.
Yeah.
I think they're okay. I think they're okay for left back. They're great for right back. They're okay. Midfield, I don't think they're decent enough for midfield, but I think there's one more player. They just need one more holding player. I think McTominay could do the job. I think he needs maybe another season or 2, but he could be, who sits apart of the defense, you can't touch them.
Yeah. Like Ndidi, I think Ndidi would do very well at United.
Exactly. If they had him,
Ndidi, Pogba, and Fernandes.
if they had him right now, they've won the league. I'll tell you that for free. They've won the league.
I agree. Actually, I think if they had Ndidi, they'd win it.
That's it.
We got Boss here saying 10th. I'm guessing talking about Arsenal and saying, know your lane. Hey, Boss, who do you support?
That's my brother. That's my brother.
Bro.
Yeah,
Jeez. Hey, I didn't know your bro was a United fan. Is he a United fan?
I disowned him when he told me he was a United fan.
Hey, so we have the same problem. We got two brothers who are both United fans, and we're both
My little brother's a big United fan. He's big, bro. He says CR7 over Henry as well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. A lot of people do, to be fair.
That's my brother still. That's why he's talking crud. But when I see him, bro, you know what it is, fam.
Yeah, he knows the deal. He knows the deal. But big up to you, Boss. Hey, make sure to be tuned in. And obviously, here comes Ed saying, yes, our Boss. So the brothers against the brothers. It's looking a bit peak right now for us, Jalil.
It's looking mad, fam.
Looking mad still. But hey, listen, man. Listen, we did this last minute. We didn't even know we were going to go live, to be honest. We just said, you know what? After the game, we said, F it. Let's just do a quick one. Let's chat about the game in a bit of detail. Because I've got a feeling that United Liverpool one is just going to dominate tomorrow. So it's mad still. So I appreciate everyone who's tuned in. As I said, make sure to smash that like button. Big up Skullduggery, bro. Big up to you, man.
Hey, Skullduggery, bruv. Big respect to yourself, yeah. I like everything you're doing, your content and everything, bruv. Respect, bruv. I love for tuning in all the time, man. Big respect, bro.
Yeah, big respect to Skullduggery. Everyone check out his channel. He's doing bits like some mad edits. And also big up to you. I saw you yesterday on Turkish's stream talking about how you were going to donate to that YouTuber. I can't remember the name, actually. I subscribed yesterday for his course particular liver disease. So now big up to you for that. That's what it's about, trying to help other people out in the way in their journey. So now big up to you, bro. Keep doing bits, innit? And thanks for tuning in, man. And Relentless saying, I swear I got jollof rice from man like Diallo last week. It was banging still. Hey, Relentless, bro. You're a legend, bro. Oh. You are the guy. I ain't gonna lie. You are the guy, man. Please make sure you're on next week, bro. You are the guy. But yeah, man, listen, we were literally about to tune off. So as I was saying, man, appreciate everyone who's tuned in on this side of the afternoon. Hope you can all enjoy the rest of your weekends. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. We'll be back at 7 p.m. with hopefully all the crew, me, Jalil, Rash, Apono, Valentine, and Mus. Make sure to smash that like button on your way out. If you're new, check out our content, hit the subscribe button. Unless there's any last minute comments coming through, that's it from us. Take care, everyone. Jalil, love, bro.
Love.
Man. Enjoy the rest of your day still. Love, everyone.
Peace.
Yeah, peace.